Hi, it's Alex here, and in this video we are going to talk about when to apply for a credit card, what impact it makes on your credit score, and some reasons to hold off. There are a lot of tempting offers released by credit card companies every single day. There are so many attractive sign-up bonuses that it might be hard to resist applying for all of them. Nevertheless, there are limits on how many cards you can apply for at once due to the rules for bank applications and the impact on your credit score. So, how often should you apply for a credit card? Getting a new credit card can have multiple effects on your credit score. Here is how your credit report and score are affected. By opening a new credit card, you increase your credit limit. All other things being equal, your credit utilization ratio will decrease and your credit score will increase. This measure compares how much debt you owe to how much credit you have been granted. On the other hand, having multiple credit cards can increase your credit utilization ratio. Many experts recommend keeping your credit utilization ratio below 30%. The credit utilization ratio is simply the measure of how much credit someone has compared to how much they are currently using. As long as you know the balance of each credit card and keep your payments on schedule, your credit score may actually benefit from your credit cards. When you apply for a credit card, the issuer will perform a hard credit check. You can lose up to 5 points every time you make a hard inquiry to your credit report. While hard inquiries stay on your credit report for 2 years, their impact on your credit score lasts for 1 year only. Over time, applying for too many credit cards can negatively affect your credit score. By opening a new account, you will reduce the average age of your account. The impact will vary depending on the number of other accounts and the age of those accounts. The negative impact is minimal for people with established credit. Borrowers should have a mix of credit to demonstrate their ability to manage different types of payment. Opening a new credit card may have an impact on this factor depending on your current mix of credit. By opening a new card, your payment history is not affected. In the meantime, if you fail to manage this new account responsibly and make all payments on time, it may negatively impact your payment history. Ensure you never miss a payment by enrolling in automatic payments for the minimum amount due. Now, how often should you apply for a credit card? There is a difference between asking how often should I apply for a credit card and how often can I apply for a credit card. Now, generally, your eligibility to apply for a new credit card is determined by the issuing bank's application rules. Now, you can apply as often as you want. So long you meet the minimum spend requirements, your credit score is acceptable, and you are able to open an account with that bank. When applying for credit cards, you should wait about 6 months between applications. As long as your credit history is long and established, it's okay to apply for cards more frequently, since a large amount of hard inquiries and new accounts will not actually impact your credit scores. Now, in order to minimize the impact on your credit score, when you have a lower credit score and are working toward rebuilding it, limit your credit applications to maybe 1 a year. Why should you wait before applying? Despite the temptation of credit card offers, there are several reasons to wait. Applying for a new credit card when buying a home or refinancing can complicate your mortgage application, leading to a higher interest rate, worse terms, or even rejection. Now, getting a $1,000 welcome bonus is great, but if it means paying thousands of dollars more on your mortgage over 30 years, it isn't really worth it. There will always be credit card offers when you are rebuilding your credit score. When you have a higher score, you can actually pick and choose which offers you want. The amount of welcome bonuses tends to fluctuate through the year. If you are considering applying for a credit card, search to see what offers have been made recently. Consider holding off if the offer is significantly lower. The benefits of some credit cards are based on the calendar year. Holding off on applying until the beginning of the year will allow you to maximize your benefits. So, how many credit cards can you apply for at one time? Now, 2 things need to be considered when applying for multiple credit cards in a short period of time. Your credit score may decrease due to the multiple applications. You may be restricted by some credit card issuers on how soon you can apply for a similar credit card and how many accounts you can have with the same issuer. The number of credit cards you can apply for at once varies by the card issuer. Each bank has its own rules. You can technically apply for as many cards as you want, you will not be approved for every single one of them. Now, strategic planning pays off when it comes to this kind of applications. According to the card issuer, here is how the application restrictions break down. If you apply for a new American Express card, for example, there are several rules that affect your eligibility for a welcome offer. During the application process, Amex has implemented a pop-up that tells you whether or not you are eligible for a welcome offer for the selected card, so that you can cancel before it's too late. If you have previously earned a credit card welcome offer, you cannot receive this offer unless you find a link without the lifetime language. Despite the fact that this rule says lifetime, many people qualify again after 7 years. Credit cards can be combined with personal and business cards up to 5 times. These limits do not apply to charge cards such as the Platinum card. The 2-3-4 rule of Bank of America is quite straightforward. You are limited to applying for 2 new credit cards within 30 days, 3 new credit cards within 12 months, and 4 new credit cards within 24 months. Capital One does not allow customers to have more than 2 cards at the same time. This cap does not apply to co-branded cards or small business cards. Each customer may not get more than 1 credit card per 6 months. The limit applies to both personal and business cards. There are probably few credit card companies whose application restrictions are as well known as Chase. Additionally, there are some of the most restrictive rules on the list because they also take into account activity at other banks. According to Chase 524 rule, you won't qualify for a new card if you've opened 5 or more cards in the past 24 months. Adding an authorized user counts toward this total, but you may be able to appeal your application denial. The maximum number of cards you can apply for within 90 days is 1 for personal use and 1 for business use. If you've received a bonus from the same Chase card in the past 24 months, you usually can't earn another bonus. If you receive a bonus from either Sapphire Preferred or Sapphire Reserve, or if either card is open, there is a 48 months waiting period. Despite Wells Fargo not having specific application rules regarding the number of cards you may open, the bank does have a generic statement which says that the bank may limit the number of open Wells Fargo cards you may have. If you've opened a new card within the last 15 months, you may not be eligible for a welcome bonus, an intro annual percentage rate offer, or other promotions. Accounts with 0 balances and accounts that are closed are also subject to this restriction. If you open a Wells Fargo card in the past 6 months, you could not open a new one. So as with personal loans, credit cards can definitely be useful when used correctly and responsibly. Even though you should limit your number of credit cards, keeping one readily available may prove useful. Because everyone has a different credit history, the impact on your credit score will be different. Card issuers have rules about who can apply and how many cards they are eligible for. However, even though some card offers may seem attractive, there are reasons you should not apply right away. It's important to make sure the offer is worth it, that you can actually meet the minimum spending requirement, and that it won't negatively impact other big financial goals such as home purchase. With that being said, thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to let me know in the comments if you got any value from this video. It's 2022, subscribe if you like, hit the notification bell if you aren't already, and I will see you soon.